Hey everybody, it's Ethan here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make an omelet. I was doing a bit of research last night, and apparently there are a lot of search results for how to make eggs. Well, my favorite kind of egg to make is an omelet. Most people know you need to have 3 eggs to make an omelet, but then there's those people who argue that you only need 2. Besides that, let's get on. As you can see, I have everything set up here. We have the 3 eggs, we have a bit of green peppers, and we have a mild sausage here. We also have, the butter is going to be used for the pan so it doesn't stick. And we also have salt and water here, but I'll show you what to do with that later. And these are the utensils that you're going to need. Okay, so starting off, so the first thing I'm going to do here is as you can see, I'm going to prep the stove. And I'm going to do the same for this one over here. Make sure to always have this at least medium heat. And with that being said, then, now I'm going to grab the butter here. I'm going to place it right on the pan here. Also, make sure you wash your hands before cooking. Always make sure you do that, and yeah, and there we go. Just get it on there, yeah. I'm gonna put this over here quickly, and yeah, as that's gonna start heating up, let's start making an omelet. First, you need to grab your 3 eggs. Okay. Grab another plate over here so they won't go rolling around. Then you need a splash of water. Make sure they have a splash of water, much water, then splash, and then salt. So first we're gonna crack open these eggs. Crack them all open. Okay. Do try your best not to get the eggshell in there. Thankfully it didn't break into pieces, so that's good. But yeah. And here we go. Anyways, even though the eggshell did break one of them down, we actually need to break them down anyways. First we're gonna break the yolk so that they can fully dissolve and the yolk is fully broken. After you do that, next you wanna actually, let's do the salt first before we do the water. First, you wanna just get a little bit of salt. I legitimately mean like a pinch at best, as you can see here, just like a pinch at best. You then wanna put that into the bowl and then pour the water in there. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make the eggs a lot more fluffier. And once you've done that, now we have to start stirring. Let's get it nice and going. It's gonna take a bit of time to stir. Just keep stirring as best as you can. And yeah. Here, the eggs are almost done stirring, but first now that the butter here is finally going, we're just gonna start letting that spread over. We can now let it maneuver around everywhere. We just need to there we go. We just need to maneuver it like that. And once that's done, now let's put the sausage onto the pan, and yeah, that's how we got the middle spatula for the the sausage, and then we'll be using this other spatula for the eggs because it's easier to move around. So back to the eggs here, we're almost done here. We just need to give it just a bit of more of a stir here. Keep going, almost got it here. keep going. And yeah, how's your day going? Mine's been going great so far. And yeah, just one more good stir and we should be good to go. If your eggs are starting to run off your whisk, you know they are done. So after that, put your whisk into your washer, get it out of the way. And at that point, make sure to have at least have a washcloth on you if there is some extra things on your wet kitchen for that mess. Anyways, we're then gonna pour this into the pan here, and just like that, that's done with. And finally, I'm gonna add, I did cut up some green peppers just for variety. You don't really have to do this, but I wanted to. But yeah, anyways, let's do that. I'm gonna put these in the middle here. In the middle. As always, if you're gonna have something in your omelet, make sure you put it near the middle, or at least if it's something light, then you're good. But usually, keep your stuff more towards the middle. It's a lot easier to close, from what I've learned. Anyways, we're gonna so as we can see, the sausage is almost ready to be flipped over. And yeah, so anyways, going back with eggs here. Now here's the hard part with the eggs here. Next thing we want to do is, as you can see, we have all this liquid still in the middle of this. That is the curds, from what I've been told online, or I'm just gonna call it yellow liquid for the time being. Don't know the right term of it. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep circling that stuff around the pan, because we want it to get all cooked and not have a runny omelet. Yeah, just do that a couple of times, and yeah, you'll start to notice that it's not as bad. And yeah, that's why we have the spatula here. It makes it so easy to get it off. And yeah, just do it a little bit more. It looks like we already got most of the things. Just gonna do a little. I know people have a different way of doing this, but this is just my way of how to do it. Probably not the right way, but you know, beggars are choosers. I'm not Gordon Ramsay or anything, so yeah. Anyways, we're gonna, as you can see, the sausage is starting to poke up a little bit. That means that it is ready to be flipped. As you can see, we got a crispy on the other side, and we're gonna give it about like another minute or so. And then for the final part, I'm actually gonna start putting down the heat a bit, because do be careful when making sausages. Again, this kind of stuff, make sure to always have a lid over it, which I probably am gonna do it now. Got one right. Oops, sorry about that. Got one right here, and I'm just gonna put that on there so no grease gets on you. But yeah, with that being said, now we have to wait. I would say it's a good about 5 minutes. Yeah, it's a good couple of minutes before the egg gets completely done. The sausage will be done in a minute, but right now I'm just doing a bit of cleanup here. We technically with all that, and yeah, just wipe down your kitchen for a while. Well, not a while. Make sure to be cautious about yourself. But yeah, the eggs coming through very good. Gonna take a bit of look at that. Yeah, that still needs to cook a bit. But yeah. And then as for our sausage here, this thing should be ready to go. I'm just gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna turn down the heat here for a bit. And now, the reason why I had the metal spatula with me is that I'm going to start cutting it up a bit. Yeah, so if your sausage got a bit greasy, I would recommend throwing it into the one of these things up here. Make sure to drain it out. I'm just cutting it up into pieces right now. Because, like I said before, the more you have in an omelet, the harder it is to close. So do be careful and do have at least at best make sure to have small increments of items or that are at least chopped up finely. Yeah, chopping this up to my best of my ability. It's kind of hard to do this with a spatula, not make too much noise at the same time. Yeah, after that's done, we're gonna quickly, first make sure to those out, and then second of all, I'm gonna come over here quickly, and I'm gonna the spatula that I'm gonna take that out of the bowl here, and then I'm gonna start shaking it around and getting any grease that was in there. Once you do that, go back over to your egg and softly but surely put it over your egg, and there you go. That being said, yeah, I'm gonna just put the pan back over here. I'm gonna put the spatula down because we are gonna still need our spatula, metal spatula, because now we have the hardest part of the omelet, folding it over. Our omelet is almost done. I'm gonna give it about another 30 seconds or so. But yeah, I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna try to spread around the sausage a little bit. I know I said keep in the middle, but you do want to there. And if you do want to get fancy, there is a way how to get fancy. This is a last minute addition. Well, we're almost out of ketchup. Besides that, so I'm gonna just do a little. Wow. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say be a little fancy and do some ketchup thing. That is Chick-fil-A sauce. What the fuck? Why the fuck did you grab that? The fuck? God, don't listen to the camera guy here. He obviously has no fucking clue in what he's doing, and I can't fucking believe we're actually out of ketchup with that one. Is this one open? Okay, this is. Anyways, I was gonna say do something fancy about it, let me just get this to work right. Yeah, do something like that. Do something a little fancy. I don't know. I always found doing stuff fancy is cool and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, it's time to we're now gonna start closing the omelet here. At first, just doing it with the spatula is easy. Doing this with is the way to go. I did have it a little burned, but that was because I was trying to show an example here, and we were out of ketchup, and then I was screaming at the camera guy. But now, this is where your two things are gonna come in. We're gonna have one for each, so I can lift it up both sides, and I don't break the omelet. This is legitimately the hardest part of the omelet. Well, for my case at least. I've always found that I always break this stupid thing by the end of this. And now, as you can see, I folded it up. So the omelet that I just made here is also known as the French omelet. I've recently made that. I've been making it since a month ago, and I love the way how you make the French omelet. So now, with the final touches, if whatever you like putting on your stuff is your to boot. Like saying, I usually I usually just put salsa and ketchup on it. I have my dad to thank for the whole addiction of having salsa on eggs now. Got that from him. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a spray over. I'm like saying, if you don't like condiments or anything, you're more than obliged to just eat it the way it is. But I'm just gonna put these on quickly, and then I'm gonna take a quick bite. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't eat food without condiments. I'm like saying there is an exception to some food that I won't eat. But yeah, there's the stuff on, and now for the final thing. Okay, hold on, cameraman. I will let you have a bite. But first, I'm just gonna take a piece off here. Gonna blow on it so I don't burn my mouth. Yeah, that's an omelet, all right. Here, I'm gonna take the camera from you, cameraman.
Well, it was gonna be my first try at it, so get a nice little corner into there. There's some of that right there. Good. I wonder what would go better with this.
What?
Some chicken sauce.
And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And now you know how to make an omelet. Have a nice day.